Hi guys, we're going to go through a couple of the order of operations problems that are a little bit more complex. So first of all, I have my first problem that's here. And as soon as I get that problem, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up all the steps for my order of operations. So parentheses are the first thing that is on my list here, so I can see parentheses are here. So I'm going to go through to solve that part. So 32 minus 29 is going to be 3. So I'm going to bring down the whole rest of the problem. I'm going to cross off my P for parentheses because that part is all done. So the next thing I have is exponents. And actually I have two separate exponents right here that I can do. So 6 squared is going to be 36. And 3 squared is going to be 9. So that takes care of our exponents. Now to do the multiplying and dividing, that's all I really have left. So 36 divided by 9 is going to be 4. And that is our last piece. Now let's take a look at one more order of operation, and then I'll look at one that's on evaluation. And then that'll be what you expect in your warm-up tomorrow. So here's one of those more complicated ones. So again, as soon as we see it, I am going to set up my PEMDAS down the side, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And the parentheses, what a hot mess we got going on here. So this is my bigger parenthesis, and this is the one that's inside. So I really need to deal with the most inside one first. So inside of here, I've got an exponent, I've got subtraction. So I know that exponent has to be dealt with first. So I'm going to bring everything else down. And if I do this, 5 to the second power is 5 times 5, which is 25. And I'm going to bring the rest of the problem down. Now, I want to get rid of this inside parentheses so I can deal with this whole thing. So let's get rid of this part. So 25 minus 19 is going to be 6. So I'm going to do this part next. Okay, now we're down to the part we can almost deal with this exponent, or this parenthesis here. So 8 minus 6 is going to be 2. I'm going to bring all the rest of this down. So now I have my parenthesis gone. Now, honestly, if it bothers you that these are brackets, they don't really mean anything different than this. So if that makes you feel better, knock yourself out. Okay, they only did it up here so that you could see that these two went together and those two. That's the only reason. So if I look at this now, I'm going to deal with this exponent. Okay, so if I deal with this exponent, 11 times 11 is going to be 121. Bring down the rest. And again, that exponent is done. So the next on my list is multiply and divide. So that's this. So 3 times 2 is going to be 6. And then the only thing I really have left is just to subtract that. So 121 minus 6 is 115. Okay, let's take a look at one evaluation and we'll call it good. So remember, evaluation is when you plug stuff in. So I'm going to evaluate given A is 5 and C is negative 2. So that means this has to go in here, and this has to go in here. So 4 parentheses 5 minus 3 parentheses negative 2 squared. Remember how important we said when you put this in there, if it's negative especially, you got to use that parenthesis around it. Okay, so as soon as I get them plugged in, get my PEMDAS down the side here, so I can start to solve. The only parentheses I really have in this problem are all about either multiplying or the exponent. So there's not really parentheses to deal with. But I do have an exponent right here. So negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Exponents are gone. Now I'm going to go through. I have 2 that are multiplying. So 4 times 5 is 20. And 3 times 4 is 12. That's all my multiplying and dividing. And then really all I have left to do is just to subtract that out. So 20 minus 12 is going to be 8. Okay, go over the ones in your notebook, and then we'll be ready for tomorrow for our warm-up.